What is up, people of YouTube? I'm your host Vernon. This is hole 33. Let's fish that. Alright guys, so I've been struggling quite a lot to find stripers this year. It seems like last year it was quite simple. You just use some anchovies, you throw them out there and you will catch some stripers. This year, however, the anchovies don't seem to work. So I decided to make my way down here to hole 33. I got out here early this morning bringing my cast net to try and find some of the bait fish so that I can live line some bait fish out there for stripers. Seeing as how the anchovies don't work, I wanted to use live bait, but sadly when I got here I realized that the ball of bait fish is actually quite far out there. It's something like 50 to 60 yards, so I can see the bait ball out there but I cannot reach it with the net, so I cannot find any bait fish for this video. So my idea then was to not make a video and just spend some time out here. My backup plan was to bring my carp setup along. I did do that because I'm seeing some carp and some shad swimming around. So I thought maybe some carp will be willing. It's too early in the year to be catching carp, but I've been seeing some carp around in the shallows. So I thought maybe let's try for some carp. So I have my carp setup out here, and I have a few lures with me that I've been trying out there. But I've had very little success on both the carp setup and using some of my lures. So then the question, what is this video about? One of the fishermen out here, he actually recognized me from some of my videos. He was friendly enough to give me some of his anchovies. I believe his name is Danny. It might be Daniel, but I think it's Danny. If you're watching, please go down in the comments and just tell us your name again, just to make sure that I'm giving a shout out to the right guy. So thank you, Danny, for giving me some of your baits. So in a way, this video was sponsored by Danny providing these baits. So I'm going to use these baits out there and we'll see, maybe we'll get some fish out there. Okay, so let's talk about the setup that I have out here today. This rod I have here in front of me, that is my carp setup. I have one of my little carp rigs on there with some corn out there into the waters to see if we can get any carp or anything to go for that. Been getting quite a lot of hits on that, not something pulling the line, but getting hits on that. I think that's the coots and the little ducks that are stealing my baits. They're just nibbling at the corn, they're not grabbing it. So I think I'm going to be packing up that pretty soon. And the other rod that I'm using out here today, this is the one that I'm using the anchovies on. What I'm doing is I'm looking for the school of bait fish, trying to cast near the bait fish. The idea being I want my baits near the bait fish so that when the fish are coming into the ball of bait fish, they might grab my baits. That's how I've been targeting these fish. If you just cast it out there in the middle of nowhere, you're going to struggle to find fish. So try and find the bait ball and try and casting towards the bait ball to try and find some fish. When they're nibbling on your baits like that, it's best to leave it just for a while, unless that rod is bending over. It means that the fish does not have the hook, so rather wait a while to see whether perhaps the fish will swim back around and actually grab your hook. Even these small little stripers bend the rod when they are on your hook, so wait for them to bend the rod, not just ring your bell. Once your rod goes quiet, you're not getting any more little taps. It probably means that your bait have been stolen, so it's best to give it 5 more minutes to see whether the bite starts picking up again. If not, then bring in your rod and rebait. Still getting a little kringle, so there's still bait on this one, so we'll wait for another fish to take the baits. Alright, so it has taken quite a couple of hours, but we finally have our first fish landed. Third fish for the year, as well as third species for the year. little striped bass. Let's quickly get him unhooked. Alright guys, first fish for today landed. Tiny little striped bass. At least I got one using some small baits, small pieces of anchovy to get this one. But let's quickly get this guy back into the water. And there he goes. Tiny little striper, but luckily we got something for today. Alright guys, second little striper for today on the board. Small guys these. Nice to see that they've grown in size since the last time I've been out here. But they are still pretty small. That's why I'm not keeping any stripers today. If they're this small. There we go. Second little striper caught. Let's get him back into the water. Alright, so our second little striper for today. Let's quickly get this guy back into the water. And there he goes. Not really sure why, but I do have a lot better luck catching stripers in the afternoon. Lots of people catch them in the mornings. I find it difficult to catch them in the mornings. For some reason I have a better bite during the afternoons. Alright, we got a fish on. Another small little striper, but at least we're catching some fish. This guy is not hooked in his mouth, he's hooked in his face. There we have our third little striper. Let's get him back into the water. Drop him head first down here. And there he goes. Alright, so not catching big stripers out there, only getting the small guys, but at least we're catching something. Alright guys, this morning when I got here I had a very clear plan of what I wanted to do. Catch some bait fish and liveline them out there to catch some stripers. So this is of course not how things turned out. My plan did not work the way I imagined. There were no catchable shad up close for me. I did try my backup plan for trying some carp, but it is way too early in the year to try and catch carp. Had no luck on that. Again, thanks to Danny who gave us the bait, we could actually make a video out here. It's a strange video, I know, there's no real plan behind this one, but it was simply just getting out there and trying to catch some fish, and we succeeded. Caught my first striper for the year, caught a few of them out there. This just goes to show that you think something won't work and like someone flips a switch and suddenly it works again. These were quite small little stripers. I think they are so hungry and that's why they're going for the little anchovies. But there are some big stripers out there. I just need to figure out how to catch the big ones so that we don't get all these small ones. But hey, I'm not complaining. At least I got some fish out there. Okay guys, but I think that's where I'm going to end this video. I want to thank you for watching, following me out here to find my stripers for the year of 2021. Do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please feel free to ask any questions down below, or just say hi down in the comments. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. It costs nothing, so please hit the subscribe button and join my community. Alright guys, but I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.